Guys, this is the Entrepreneurs Chat. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming through, man. We're just a group of entrepreneurs who meet every weekday between 8 and 9 to discuss various aspects of business, various aspects of entrepreneurship, personal development. So this is your first time, man. Thank you for coming through. If you're back again, thank you for your support, family, man. Please join our WhatsApp group, Success Inspiration. The link is in the bio so that you can know when we go live and who we are going live with. You don't have to worry about a lot of people posting because only admins can post the links to the lives and also various resources from our contributors up in here. So, guys, I'm super excited today. We're going to be talking winning in the poultry business with Jackie. I know a lot of people are excited, about poultry. I mean, agriculture. I mean, if you're African, agriculture is in your veins. Agriculture is in your DNA. And we want to know, how do we maximize on these opportunities so that we can, you know, reach the full expression of our entrepreneurship calling and desires, right? That's what it's about. So, guys, man, shout out to everyone. Good morning to everyone on the chat. Good morning, Marufu. Good morning, OZM Otilia. Otilia, can you please come on the chat, man, and just share with the guys, man. Just share with the guys what you've been telling me, about your TikTok account, right? And just, the success you've gotten in the past few days with regards to your business. If you don't mind, Otilia, please, man, request to join and we can talk about it as we are waiting for Jackie. But Tobile, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, man. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hope you are super. Hey, Otilia, how are you?
Hello, good morning.
Awesome, awesome. But I'm sure these days you can use your video now.
Good morning.
Morning, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I wanted to come with video now that I've got 1,000
Okay,
followers.
hold on. It's fine. It's fine. Start again. Man. Let's see what's happening. Hope you guys are doing super, man. Uh, so all right. If your network is gonna work, it's gonna. Awi
Hi,
Nels, good
can you hear
morning.
me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. We just can't see you.
You still can't see me? I can see myself.
I think it's network, man. I think it's the
Yeah, it
network.
could be that.
Can everyone else see Otilia, guys? Can everyone else see Otilia? Let us know.
Give
Let
us
us
some
know.
likes.
Huh? Okay, let's
If
try one
they're
more
seeing
time.
us, they should give us some likes. Okay.
No, it's just the network. It's not coming on here. That's the thing. So it's just like it's transparent. So it's not coming
Oh,
on. But anyway, let's
or
try one more time. I think it's just your
all
network.
right.
Let's just try one more time. One more time for the people. So then I see Jackie's on here. So before we go on to Jackie, let's just see if Otilia's gonna win with this. Yeah.
Is that better? How are
Yes.
you? How are
I'm
you?
good,
I'm so
man.
excited today. I woke up in high spirits.
Why?
That is me. No, it's just amazing to see the power of social media. And I think we had the discussion when we had a call on the weekend. We had a discussion on whether or not I should show my face. And showing my face really turned the coin. So with everyone who's got a business that they're showing off on this platform, show your
Okay, tell
face.
us what you
I
were
went
doing.
from
So you went from what?
so I went from 300 people followers
Uh-huh.
to 1,000 in a few hours,
In a few
simply
hours.
because I replied to a comment with a video. So
Wow.
that was it.
So why were
And the
you not
calls that
using?
I've gotten, my.
So what business do you do, by the way, just for the people who might not know you?
Who might not know me. Okay,
Yeah.
so I sell kids clothes at wholesale price,
Mm,
at
uh-huh.
wholesale level. I still need to know how to fix this. here in Zambia. So yes, I had been posting my clothes. Like when I received stock and everything, I would post my clothes. I wouldn't just post my face. But it turned out that worked well for me yesterday. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, because you were posting your clothes, and I was like, you know
I
what?
was posting my clothes and getting like 2 views.
Then I was like, why are you not showing your face on these clothes?
Exactly.
So what were your reservations?
What my reservations is just people tend to judge you and people tend to have an opinion. And I remember you talked me out of it. You were like, no, people will trust you more when you show your face. So I
Wow.
followed your advice. Thank you so much.
Awesome, guys. Awesome, guys. Go follow Ottilia here. Ozedem. Yeah, now we
Please
need to
follow
work
me.
on your usernames. You need to now say something about fashion. So
All right.
yeah, so guys, if you are in business, ne, don't like show your face and explain, educate people on whatever you're doing. So you
Mm.
educate with the clothes and tell them what it's about or whatever it is that you're doing, and say, guys, this is what we're about, this is what I'm doing, and educate. So remember, on social media, it's not just about selling, saying that this is what, but educate them. These are the latest fashion trends and whatever it is. But yeah, man,
And this is how
congratulations.
you
So
can.
you're like on 1,000 something followers
I'm on
from
1,000.
300.
Finally, I can come with my face on.
Still
Exciting.
growing, still
Still
growing
growing.
from
Still growing.
300 followers with one video simply because you showed your face
With
and
your
you're
face.
engaging and people want to see. But it's about trust, guys. And guys, you can never be shy for your business. Anyway, thank you, Ottilia. Let's go to the business of
Thank you
the
so much.
day.
Bye.
Right, love to
Let me
cheers.
listen to Poultry.
All right, cool
All right.
stuff.
Thank you.
Bye. All right. Jackie the farmer, how are you?
Right, good
Hello.
morning.
Good morning, Jackie. How are you doing today?
I'm well on the road.
On the road, you're delivering. What are you delivering and where?
Spinach.
Yes,
Going
in
to drop off spinach at about 3 shops now.
3 shops. You're busy. What time did your day start?
Sorry?
What time did your day start?
About 5:30. Yeah, I was already loading.
Oh wow, man. No, that's amazing. That's amazing. So guys, man, this is Jackie the farmer. She is a specialist farmer in spinach and poultry. So today we are discussing poultry business, right? Winning in the poultry business. And I know, a lot of people, Jackie, as Africans, we are farmers. We are farmers, and we see these things that we could be doing, and we're like, okay, but how does it make sense? How can I actually make a living out of this? I think this is what we really want to discuss today, pertaining to the to poultry, right? I don't know saying no. But you know that the one we eat all the time, guys. And yes, it pertaining to those chickens and broilers. And yes, and man, Jackie here, she's gonna share with us, guys. We did some videos. She was gracious enough to invite me, or I invited myself, take along. She agreed to me coming to her clients on Monday. So we went to the shops she's delivering spinach to. Check out the videos there. We went to a poultry operation, and also to one of her plots where she's working doing the spinach. So if want to know about spinach getting into markets, into super stores like Box and the likes, go to my YouTube. Check out a YouTube video I uploaded on Monday with Jackie when I was interviewing here, along these trips, these runs we're doing. So the YouTube, guys, it's in my bio. The link is in my bio. Also, check out a video I did yesterday when we went out. They're here on TikTok. You can check all those things. But anyway, Jackie, back to Exhibit A, poultry farming. How many chickens do we consume in South Africa per day?
About consuming, but I
But
want
it's
to
a lot.
believe in average. Yeah, a lot. I think an average family, somewhere, somehow, they eat chicken um, twice a week. I'm not really sure, but chicken is cheaper than beef. I want to believe so. So
Mm.
if it's cheaper than beef, then yeah, people they eat chicken more than they eat beef. I don't know. It really depends, but based on what I see in terms of sales or in terms of people doing chicken, or even the abattoirs who sometimes buy from me, the volumes that they slaughter and deliver to butcheries, it's just too much. It's amazing. Yeah, but I
Mm.
wouldn't rate it 50-50 with beef.
Wow, man. No, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, Jackie, I know, at one time, you were in a joint venture. There's an interview that you sent me. I think it's on Facebook. But at one time on Rainbow FM, I guess. On one time, you at one time you were in a joint venture when you were doing with your partners at the time. About 17,000 chicks. Not chicks, sorry, birds per cycle, right? And you guys were actually pushing. You had a goal of 36,000, per cycle. That's 6 months, right? Per cycle. Is that the cycle? 6 weeks,
6
sorry,
weeks,
6 weeks. Wow. So
yes.
those numbers are possible.
Yeah, they are very possible. Uh, at that time, I think it was before COVID, 2018.
Mm.
A friend of mine, I went with him to Bible school. He's a brother, he's a friend. He bought a piece of land in Randfontein, and then he called me. He said, "Jacob, got a piece of land, and I don't know what we can do." And in my mind, I was just thinking greens because um, greens is my thing. So we spoke, we discussed, and we decided let's go poultry. So he was in the process of building one structure. So when I came in, we we developed the place. Unfortunately, we couldn't visit that place because of time. We had time constraints that day. We
On
put
Monday, yeah.
in
Yeah, but we'll
yeah,
do
the
more
day we
visits.
came.
So.
Yeah. So we put in one, two, three, three structures and another backup structures that house between 6 to 7,000 beds
Mm.
per cycle or capacity or holding capacity. Then we put another three that holds 369 9,000 in a house. So the whole idea was we could place one batch this maybe this week, and then we do a 7 day, 7 to 10 day gap. Then we put another batch, and the reason was so that we don't run out. We always have stock. And remember, at that time we were using a lot of slaughter market. We're using a lot of slaughter market whereby uh, the abattoir guy will just come and pick up 2-3 thousand and maybe
Wow.
4-5 times a week.
Wow.
So and
Like
then we used to have
2,000 4 or 5 times a week.
yeah, that's 10,000.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
That's huge.
So we pushed. It was we were growing. Fortunate enough, the guy had we didn't get any funding. It was a self-funded business. I mean,
Oh,
I was there with only 20%, and then he was the majority holder. He had 70%, I had 20, and then the other 10% it was distributed amongst two people. Yeah, I think one was 85, one at 5. So it was quite a success. I think I did an interview with Radio FM. Was it 2019, 2020? I'm not sure. There within. So it was a lot of work. But remember, when you are doing poultry, if you stick to the principles, if you know how to the breeding principles, the chickens they don't breastfeed, whereby you need to point the nipple right on the baby's mouth, and then they do their own drinking, they do their own eating, as long as the environment is conducive. Basically, it's your house, how it is, and your ventilation.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that you need to apply before you can go to that site, and also you need to be compliant. You need to be compliant. When you're doing anything above 5,000 chicks, you need to have an environmental assessment, and then yeah, then the environmental people will come, they assess, they say you're compliant, you need to do your healthy certificates. People need to be notified within a 110-meter radius that there is this farmer here. He wants to do poultry. Anyone who opposes, they give their reasons, then they vote. So it's a very long process. But if you're doing anything below 5,000, you are exempted
Mm.
from EAI or IEA. I always confuse those three. So, yeah,
Wow. So let's talk about, obviously there's a when we're always talking about business, the point of business is for you to lower your costs and to increase your sales, right, or your revenue. That's the point of
yes,
any business.
yes,
So, and I know there are some costing things that we can talk about as we go on, but let's talk about the market. So people want to know that you know these markets, if I start today, let's say, obviously at that scale that you guys were pushing, or at that time it was 17,000, that was actually on the ground per cycle. But obviously one can do 1,000, one can do whatever. But let's talk about markets. So out there, you say, so which area is that? Is that like sort of Soweto, Krugersdorp area
it's in
where you were?
Randfontein.
Randfontein, sorry, yeah,
Yeah, it's
Randfontein, yeah.
in between Zurpacom, where we went for the chicken interview, and my home. So
All
it's
right,
just
all
in
right. No,
between
that's
two
fine.
places. Remember where we drove and we saw that collapsed bridge
Yes,
or
yes, I
that
remember.
collapsed
I
road?
remember.
Yeah, yeah, it's not far from that place. It's about maybe 50 meters from there.
All right, cool stuff. So let's talk about so the market, right? People want to know, you know, okay, if I have my chickens, if I manage to set it up, go through all the difficulties which you're going to talk about, what sort of markets are out there? So you talked about the slaughter market, which is the abattoirs, right? And you're saying
Yes,
some of these guys, they are taking like what, 10,000 a week?
yeah, or
Okay.
even more
Or even more, right?
if you have.
So the market is there. What other markets can one look at?
There are three different types of markets that I was exposed to during my time that side, or even now. You have your walk-in customers who want to come and buy fresh chicken that they will go and slaughter at home and eat with family. And those are your day-in or your walk-in customers. And then you have your also walk-in customers, but they are going to resell. They they come and buy 100, 250, then they go and resell the vendors. That's a very market that one must always have. But that type of market now, you need to your operation needs to be at a place whereby it's not that much of a distance for someone to drive to you, come and buy 50 chicken, go and sell. Because there's no point of me putting 500 rands petrol, then I buy 550 chicken, I drive back, and then I say I won't make any profit. All my money will go on the transport. So that's another market. And then you have this bulky market for abattoirs. People will come and buy. But then the pricing, you'll see that the pricing differ. The people who buy bulk, they pay you per kilo. They pay you per kg. So I don't know whether I think now they are paying between 22, 23 rand per kg. So the advantage of those, it depends also on the person. The advantage of those is, suppose let's say you have 5,000 beds in your structure. They are
Mm,
about 5 to 6 weeks. And when they're 5 to 6 weeks, remember you are feeding them every day. Feed is expensive. You weigh your options. If you can't move those chickens to those who can give you a better rate, you can divide that number, maybe two and a half, you can give to the abattoir market, but they'll pay you less than what you get from those who are coming to buy and resell. But then if you offload half of that structure to these abattoir guys, you you make a loss a little bit, but you have saved yourself from feed. Because as long as they are in the pen or in the structure, they are still going to eat every single day. They start eating from their own pocket. So identifying the market is one of the first things one must do before you go into poultry or before you place chicks on a large scale. So if you
Mm.
don't have a market, you can have those chickens up to 7, 8 weeks, and they will need to eat, and you'll have to feed them, because if you cannot stop feeding them, because you started with them from day one. So
Wow.
so before you sell at 7 or 8 weeks, you are already at a loss. You won't even break even. So you need to
Mm.
identify
So
a
you want to
market.
like hit that 6 week mark and get rid of them.
Yes, they must go out. Remember the budget. The budget is when you get your operational budget, your budget will only be for 6 weeks. That is your
Mm.
checks, your feed, your vaccines, your medication, and other overheads. So if it's for 6 weeks, if your budget is 20,000, and then you want to sell, if you go above the budget, it means your chickens are eating more, or you are growing them beyond the time that they must go out. So you must just offload them one way or the other,
Mm.
offload them.
So
If you
so
don't have a market, rather get a refrigerator, slaughter them and keep them in the fridge and try to sell them.
no, wow, man. No, that's all. So what's the other market? So it's the walk-in customers, the bulk per kg, the slaughter guys. What else?
Yeah, those are the three markets that I've been exposed to. There's one guy in near
Sorry, Jackie.
Eastern Mall. It's a hygienic one.
Hi,
Can you
Jackie.
hear
So
me?
yes, we can. I was asking you. So you said there's walk-in customers. What's after walk-in customer? That's the first one, right?
Yeah, the abattoir,
Uh-huh.
the weight market. Yeah, and then your vendors are also working unless and if you want to deliver. But you can also go to markets. There's a market in TTR in Val. It's an open market. I don't know how much people pay. Then you can load your 100 or 200, and you can go and sell there. I think it's about 200 rand or 150. I'm not really sure. They have never been there, but I've heard. Then you can take your flock there, your stock there, then you can sell there.
Wow. So what's the best for in your opinion, or do all of them help each other? Or what's the best in
The
terms
best
of the
market.
market? Yeah.
It depends on the capacity. The market depends on the capacity, because if you have 100 chicks or 100 chickens, there is no way I can say go for the slaughter market. Those ones you can sell them even at where you are operating from. There are people who are supplying even to chain stores, but there is a process. There's a process that you have to go through. Goldie chicken, if I'm not mistaken, I'll speak under correction on this one. I'll speak under correction. Goldie chicken, they distribute to most of these chain stores, but Goldie chicken, um, what they do is I think they go to different small farmers, uh, look at their operation, see if they are compliant, and then they make an agreement to pick chickens from you. I'm not sure of the numbers, and then they're taken
Mm.
to where they slaughter and pack for the shops. But
So
you know,
yeah, so I was gonna ask. So those are off-take agreements. So there are some off-take agreements one can look at,
yes,
because I know there are some
yeah,
off-take agreements. Some of them, the way they work is that the company will give you the feed. Some can even go as far as even building the houses. Oh no, you have to build that yourself. All that, but the feed, the chicks, vaccines and the likes. Then they off-take from you and they sort out the market. Is that sort of thing?
Yeah, this one is different. The one you're talking about, it's a rainbow chicken does that. Rainbow chicken also, they there's a number of chickens that they give you your breeding stock. I'm not sure of the numbers, but obviously rainbow chicken wouldn't come and pick up 500. So you need to have the houses, the structures that are fully equipped according to their specifications or according to what they look at. So they'll give you your chicks, your feed, your vaccines. So what you do is you grow for them. I think once in a while they'll come and check or inspect if you're doing, you're still compliant, and then they will offload you. Then they'll pay you. I'm not sure how much per bed, and then they've got
Mm.
a specific weight that they pick. So that's another market, and there's a radius too. There's a radius. I think they'll tell you it within how many kilometer radius. I'm not really sure, but I've got the document somewhere. But they do volumes, so it means you need to have 3, 4 big houses, even one house that can house um maybe 10,000, 5,000. I'm not really sure. I'll speak under correction too, because all these things, all this information I'm sharing, it's what I wanted to do. I've spoken to these people, but somewhere somehow, when you don't break in and when you don't go for that, means somewhere somehow there'll be you won't be in line with what they want.
Okay. Do you have anything else we've left out in terms of market? And also, okay, how about the Stockville thing? So now, obviously, you're also getting to Christmas and all these things. You shared a story about these Stockvilles and all these things.
Yeah. What the yeah, but Stockholm is also a good market, but then I remember last year, let me share this. Last year, I had some lady, she works for the SAPS subs. She said they have a stock fail, so they're saving money. What they do is at the end of the year, when they split or when they share their contributions, there is some money that must go into chicken.
Mm,
So they'll come and buy the. They'll tell you on the 16th of December, we'll come and collect 500 in cook, 500 live broilers, which they will share amongst themselves. So the numbers also depend. It also depends on how many people are in the stock field and what's the budget that is allocated in their stock field agreement. That so much will go to the chicken, so much will go to the beef. So if you get three of those, like in December, you are woman dry. They'll offload you, especially if you're doing quantities of 1,000, 2,000. They'll just pay you, collect their
mm.
chicken live.
Awesome, awesome. Talking about December now, I mean, I think it's almost like 6 weeks, right, till December, Christmas actually, and New Year and the likes. And I know you're already positioned with some chicks. The chicks we saw at your place were they're like what 4 days on Monday when I came through.
They're 1 week today.
They're 1 week, so
Hello, I'm here.
yeah, we can hear you now. So I'm saying, so you're positioning yourself there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that lady will
Yep.
contact you
Yep.
again.
But maybe, yeah, I haven't. I've got a number somewhere. I'll speak with you. But with December, it's not only the stock fails. There is a lot of activities happening around the festive season. People they want to go and buy. People they want to have end of year parties. So there's a lot happening, and a lot of people they grow chicken small scale this time of the year.
Mm, mm. So talking about that, Jackie, what would you say is the minimum? You know that I know we always say start where you are and all these things. But what's the minimum amount can you say that one can actually break even and start seeing, even if it's not like a massive return, but some like a worthwhile return whereby you can, start building something. What's the amount of chickens could you say?
It depends on the budget. It also depends. I mean, I always ask people who ask me for. information. I consult. So I asked them, someone said, Mom, I want to do in Coco. So I go, I'm like, okay, do you have a place? Do you have a land? Do you have a structure in place? And do you have a budget? Then someone said, no, at the backyard of my home. I'm like, a backyard of your home, is it agricultural zone? Oh, no, but we can, so and so is doing it. And backyard, obviously, depending on the size of space that you want to use, you can do even 300, 400 or even 100 you can. And remember, if you are doing backyard, um, there are other things that you, like people that will rent a piece of land, they pay rent, and a piece of land or with that is got structures, you pay them about 10,000. So if you're doing backyard, you won't be paying that kind of money. So if you have a piece of land that is just dormant, you may need to put in a structure or to put up a structure there. So you must have a budget for that. It's your structural budget. It's a once-off, but the structural budget you can do. Like remember the structures that were cheap structures that you can use. It's like a cuckoo structure. So the budget is the one that determines the size of your production or your operation.
Yeah, so I understand that. So my question is, if obviously, let's say it's something one wants to aspire to, right? That's all I'm saying. To say, what would you say? Obviously, if I have a budget of 50, but I'm not gonna make much out of it. So I was just saying, for you, what have you seen to say that okay, if you're working at this number, you can actually, start building something. Whether is that like 500, 100, 1,000 per cycle?
Yeah, I think a number that you can make profit. If you start with 500, you can, because remember you've got monthly expenses. So monthly expenses, whether you've got 5 chicks or 5 chicken, or you've got 5,000, you still need to pay your rent. You still need to pay electricity. You still need to pay your workers. If you have one worker who earns 3,000 and you've got 100 broilers, you still need to pay him 3,000, because that is what the basket per month. So rather you make use of that 3,000 by maximizing your production. But still, for you to start big,
Okay.
you
Uh-huh.
need to have experience. You need to start. I always tell people, start small and see how it is. If you see that you can, because people struggle in the middle of the time. People, they'll put chicks or they'll put 1,000. 2 weeks down the line, the chickens are growing, they want feed, and you don't have that money. You want to do pay as you go, like airtime. When you don't have, you suffer. You suffer the chicken, you suffer your production. To
Pay
pay as
as
you
you
go
go.
does not really work. Yes.
All right, Jack, you know what? Let me take you out and you come back now. I think there's something, the network is a bit shaky. Let's see if it can be better. So I'm just going to take you out, then you can request. Yes, morning everyone. Dance, thank you for the likes. Nelisa, Portia, Batobile, CPG, Pax King, thank you for the likes. Loli, thank you for the follow. Yes, guys, thank you everyone who's sharing the live. Tintin, everyone commenting. Lundis, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you everybody. Chilidzi, thank you for sharing the live as well. Are you back? Mashley
Yes.
Bags, thank you for sharing. Awesome. So I hear what you're saying, and there's an important question from Lucky here. Lucky is saying, what advice would you give the newcomers? I've heard most of them complaining that their birds are dying in a few weeks of breeding.
All right. If you are if you are new in the game, or if you are new in this industry, you need to get a bit of training. You need to get a bit of training. You need to research. A lot of people are doing Google farming. It works, but remember, one thing that I've seen that is affecting a lot of newcomers is they look for advice from a lot of people. You come to JK and I'll tell you, no, this is what you have to do. This is the best feed. It works for me. And this is how you vaccinate. I've done it before. It works for me. And buy your chicks from Peter. He's very reliable. and I'm trying to support my people also. So I give you that advice, and then you go to John. John will tell you, no, man, me, I do it this way, I do it the traditional way, use A, B, C, and D. Then you go to Naomi, Naomi will tell you. So every farmer has got his or her own experience. So when you start, maybe small, maybe with 100, use it as your learning curve. Use it as your learning curve. Be hands on. Why people fail along the line is we want to do shortcuts. Chicken business is not, I don't know, it's not as easy as it sounds, or it's not as easy as what people say. Broilers are, it's a very complex breed. When they are small, when they are small, on day one, you need to expose them to high temperature to high room temperature. I'm talking of 37 degrees or 35, 37 degrees on day one. Day one, day two, day within. So temperatures will drop, or the room temperature will drop as they grow. So your heating system is very important when they are small. But as they grow, your ventilation is also very important. They need a clean house, no moisture, proper bedding, clean feeds. You disinfect your pen. Yeah, why people fail or why chicks start dying. It's another thing that I've seen with us farmers, especially us African farmers who are doing small scale. When you, especially newcomers, you place your chicks, even if it's 500, you're excited, it's beautiful. You want people to come and take pictures. You want people to visit your pen, your structure, or your chicken house. They start taking pictures, and you don't know where they are coming from, whether they are coming from my farm, which is chicks that are affected with certain diseases, and then they come and then they contaminate your structure. So your chicken. So it's very important that you just keep them. Don't invite people into your pen when they are small. They die because we do all the wrong things. Some people they don't vaccinate. Some people they don't even vaccinate against Gamboro, against Newcastle. Some people they don't use all these things like stress pack, Pageant 40. The budget doesn't allow sometimes, especially when you're doing small scale. You're doing small scale, you want to buy just one vaccine and you need four. It's 1,000 one vaccine, it's 1,000 doses, it's 4,000. So you can't take 100 rand to go and buy that, and you've got 100 chicks. So we want to do shortcuts. Some people, I don't know. I've
Mm.
seen people fail because they do all the wrong things and they listen to people who grow indigenous chicken, those that run around the yard doing the eating whatever it can be ate. It's different from broilers. And
Mm.
remember, broilers, you need to keep them away from livestock.
Wow.
Livestock, they are not as much as disease resistant as cows. You have your cows there, you've got your broilers next door. I don't get it sometimes, but we really need to protect our flock. We need to protect our broilers are very complicated. They
Mm.
very complicated.
No, no, that's it. CPG, thank you for the likes. Hile, thank you for the likes. Denzil, Nelisa. Guys, it's like the live, guys. You can just tap on your screens as many times as you want. TikTok doesn't stop you. I'm sure this is a lot of valuable information. Just helps us, other people to see the live as well. And I see some of your requests, guys. We're going to accept requests in a few minutes. So, yeah, you can get ready with your questions. Chiliz also says cleanliness is important. Zibuyile, you are late. Okay, that's fine. You're also doing chickens in KZN. I'm gonna post this live, guys, on in our YouTube channel. So if you've missed it, we're gonna post it. It will be up there in the YouTube channel. I'm also gonna post the video that we did with Jackie later on today on YouTube. The YouTube video about taking care of your chickens in the first 21 days. I think those are the critical days as well. So we went through that. So you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. The link is in my bio as well, so that you can catch that. And you know what? Ring that notification bell. Mostly, thank you for the likes. For Mozzo, thank you for the likes. Sibuile, thank you for sharing the live, and Sibu as well. So yeah, going on to that, I mean, what have been some of your biggest challenges when it comes to this poultry farming, and how did you overcome them?
Okay, at one time, this one I will say it. At one time, I was so desperate. I needed chicken. Not that I was desperate. I was just going with my cycle. But the HRs were struggling. There was a story of avian flu, blah blah blah. So there are HRs that take chances. They take advantage of that situation whereby HRs they don't have chicks. There's under hatching in their HRs. So I went on, was it Facebook? I don't remember whether someone approached me or I checked with Facebook. So I saw this guy in Witbank. I spoke
Mm,
with him and I thought I was clever. I said, I know your place. I didn't know anything. I was just talking, making noise. So I ordered 6,000 chicks. That time I was still there at the JV. I ordered
mm.
6,000 chicks for it was one batch. Boom, they came and I wanted another one the following week. They came, we actually delivered them. They were a happy flock running around. Everything was set. Then somehow, another guy, Peter, he said, now, Jake, I've got chicks for you. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to go back to Peter. But I still have the 6,000 that I bought from this guy. They were not dying. Mortality was so controlled. 3 weeks down the line, in fact, 7 days, we did weights. The growth rate was very minimal. Then
Wow.
day 14, we did weights. They were not growing. Then I phoned him. I said, no, man, something is wrong. Your chicks are not growing. Then he's like, no, I think there's something you're doing. Hey, blah, blah, blah. He came up with the white guy. They were not growing. I took a video. I sent him. 21 days. They were not growing. And they're eating like, my God, they're eating. And at that time, we want to move them from starter to grow. We give them, they were not growing. 6,000.
Sure.
They were not dying and they were not growing. So he gave he gave me cockerels. Cockerels.
Mm.
Cockerels. I don't know whether it's called cockroach, but it's cockerels. Then up to 2 months, I kept them for 2 months.
Yo.
My heart was bleeding. I was very angry.
And they were
I
not
threw
dying, those things. They
cutlass.
were not dying.
They were not dying at all. So we had to build some structures and we had to put fence and make them like those indigenous ones. We sold them for 10 rand and gave them away. They were so tiny, but the meat was so nice and tasty. But they
Wow.
never grew. So imagine that loss. You have fed them, number one.
Sure.
You paid for them, you give them starter, you give them grower, you're still feeding them. And we ended up buying crushed millies. You still buy them. At that time, it was 140 rand for 50. And we're talking of
So those things
6,000
were
of
hard
them.
body chickens, miss.
That's Henry. That experience. Yeah, so yeah. Then another time, that one passed. The guy said, no, we'll replace you, blah, blah. Maybe the eggs, where we got the
Sure.
eggs, there's always a story. There is always a story. So, fine.
Wow.
Then in
You,
Zurfacom,
you know what? Before you say the other time, chicken, I actually saw. I think it was like a news report on this with this guy, especially this time, right? It's just saying when these things are in a high demand, sometimes. And this guy was saying, I think they were like the same, like defective, like he was. And he was saying these things, they are just running, and they are just running. Like they've got so much energy, and they're eating a lot. And yeah, I think it's like, yeah, those defective batches. Yeah. So what happened the other time now?
another time I went to, it was also around about this time of the year, where, because the HRs will say you haven't, if you phone the HRs now and say I want chicks, they'll tell you we are fully booked.
Wow.
Because Yeah, they'll tell you they're fully booked until they'll tell you no availability is on 18 December. 18 December in yeah, you sell to who? But you'll still sell. So there's another guy also. I phoned him. He had a website, everything. I ordered 3,500.
Wow.
They came. Those ones was a mixed breed. They mix the non-performers with the performers. So if you've got non-performers and performers, normally it's a ratio of 50-50. They'll still die, but they don't grow. They don't grow. Your mortality rate will become high, and the growth is also affected. They were broilers. Those were pure broilers, but it was a mixed breed. It was a mixed batch with first grade and second grade. So I think people who are going into poultry, people who are in poultry, I always advise them buy your chicks from hatcheries that you know, hatcheries that are known. Like there's National Chicks, there's Alpha. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention them. Alpha
Yeah, you can.
Chicks,
They're not paying us
National
though, but it's fine.
Alpha Chicks, very good in Pretoria. National Chicks, I've used them, very good. Um, Eagle, is it Eagle something, Eagle Rock in Magaliesburg. There are also Quantum Chicks. Which one is this other? Superior Chicks. Yeah. And before you buy, try to check them out. Rather risk petrol to go and see where these people are, because we phone these people, they give us banking details, they show us pictures that they've delivered to so and so, we are okay with that, and then we become victims of scams. So rather go and see where they are, who they are, what they're doing, and then you commit from there. We commit from there. And I'm not saying don't support local. There are a lot of local people. There are a lot of farmers who are now hatching. There are a lot of farmers who have invested their money into buying hatching machines. So those people, let's support them. They need us. They need us. There are people who have been in this game for a long time, big hatcheries. But if there's um, a local person who's hatching, go and see where they are and see what they are doing and support them, because some people, they want to hatch, they don't have time to grow. So let's support them, but we need to know who they are and where they are, so that if things go wrong, you know where to go, you know where to look for these people, because a lot of
No,
people are
that's so
being
true.
posted on social networks that so and so. I bought, people take screenshots of this, but people forget that they make these commitments. But sometimes we make commitments because we want to go into business, and it's we want to go into business, we have to do that. But because there are a lot of scams, there are a lot of people selling. Sometimes you just pay your money, 50,000 gone. You don't get your chicks. You don't get what you've paid for, and it is your hard earned cash, because people are working out there. People are hustling to make money. You take your hard earned cash. You say, "Let me go into business," and then you give it to someone who never even. Guys, we need. I don't know.
No, that's so true. That's so true. Chilizi, thank you for sharing the live. Victoria, thank you for the likes. Man, Homoza says you've got so much experience, which is true. Diali, thank you for the likes. Petra Kim, Mos D, Komoso, Batobile, Nelisa, Zanatisa, Husi, thank you for the likes. Lokoza, thank you for the likes. Guys, you can tap your screens as many times as you want. TikTok doesn't stop you. Let's like the live, man. It's a good live. It's informative live. Someone will see it, right? That's the point of liking, so that TikTok can show other people the live. Tammy,
Hi,
thank you for the
Henry.
follow. Yes.
Another thing, I think people must not. I think people must not say, "I can't do chicken; it's expensive." If you have a group, I think I shared this with you. People
Mm.
can do this business funding stokvel. Maybe you get 10 people. Hello, Papa. Good morning. You get about 10 people or five. Small number is better to manage. Five. You say,
So
okay,
business, you said business funding Stockville.
yes, yeah. So five of you, you say, guys, there's this lady we're talking to before I joined in. Okay, she wants to do clothes. Okay, guys, let's this month we are giving A. We give you 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. She has 50,000. She starts off your business. The following month we give B 10, 10, 10, 10. A must also give back because she was also given. Then B starts, C starts, D starts, E starts. So you have raised how much? 250,000 within 5 months. And
Wow.
all of you have started the business. And then
Mm,
you want to do something else, or you can increase it 15. It depends on the budget. So let's not have let's not find a reason not to go into doing these things. Any business is business, but if funding is difficult, find people who are reliable. Guys, let's fund each other. This month let's find so and so, next month so and so. One will do whatever they want. If you want to do poultry, you get your funding from the other members, you do your business, and then yeah, we grow like that.
So guys, that's it, man. Business funding, stock fells. Like, do your own thing, man. Lungisa, thank you for the likes. Will, thank you for the likes. High School Lit, thank you for the likes. Pax King Tammy Nelisa, thank you for the likes as well. So I think one more question for me before we just accept requests here is in terms of housing, right? Getting housing, getting the land. What other options are there for people? Because that's one thing, you always hear from people that there's no land, there's no this, there's no that. What advice can you give to people, or what experiences have you had in terms of accessing housing?
Okay. I'll use you as reference. Remember, we drove in Zurupacom and we drove around Randfontein, right? And at the plot there where I am.
Yes.
There are a lot of, I don't know, I'll speak under correction, but I believe there are a lot of farms that are lying idle, or plots that are lying idle, or a plots whereby the owners are just there just to sit, to live. They live there. They're basically not doing anything. I've seen that. So approaching those people, they can give you, I don't know, it's called a sectional rent. If it's a 3 or 4 hectare, you can rent 1 or 2 hectares, and then you can start your production there. Or you can to rent. There are people. The problem with renting of these farms or plots, if you don't rent from the owner, you can do it through the agents or through the property or property, whatever. So you can rent a piece of land. You don't have to have your own land. Rent a piece of land, make use of it, put maximum production on it, make money out of it, because if you don't, you'll still need to pay rent to the owner. You can rent
So what we
if
are
you can.
saying is that the land is there. It's in the hands of the people. Go out and do rental agreements. You can even find land with housing as well, like the foul runs.
Yes, and they
Mm,
do advertise. If you go on Google, you'll find out on properties. You'll find out that they do. There are structures that are falling apart that look like it's before Jesus died. They were there, but nobody's using them.
mm,
But people
mm.
are afraid to approach. People are afraid to penetrate. People are afraid to go in, because we cannot all be property owners. Never. We cannot all be property owners. It's progressive. People who own property are some, they inherited property from their parents or whoever, and then they are not using it. They are not using it. This I'm telling you, they are not using it. Take a drive one day in all these plots, all these agricultural holdings. Speak to someone, get numbers, phone the people. You'll be amazed. You'll be shocked how many people are willing to make other people use their land for a small fee. Or approach the government for funding, for property
Mm.
funding. Approach the government. It's a process. I think you know that it's a process to get funding.
No, that's so true. And I think for me, I think if one is serious in venturing into these businesses, look for these opportunities to rent, right? I think it's the best and easy option. And it's business, guys. You can't just wait for funding from people and all these things from government, which is an option, as Jake says, but it says it takes time, right? I would say go out there. There's whatever you're looking for, there's always someone in with excess of it. High school literature books, Gabet is asking how much is the rental, say, for a hectare of land? I guess it depends where you are.
Yeah, it depends on where it is. There's this place that I went to. I think I was telling you about. It's called Famo. It's expensive. It's agricultural holdings, but it's expensive. I think to rent there, maybe you pay about 20,000. It's I don't. It's not worth it. So let the owners do their own thing there. When you are going into when you are doing chicken, you're doing veggies, you're doing crops. Ne? You don't need to go to fancy places. You don't need to.
Mm,
It's not like you're dressing up for a photo shoot. No, all you want is a piece of land where there is access of water and electricity. You can grow your things there. You grow your produce there. You take your produce out of that place and take it where you are taking it. Mina, I drive. Henry, I was telling you, I drive from my
mm,
place cross country every single day. Every single day. Yesterday, my day ended at about 2 a.m. I went to pick up
wow.
spinach from my other plot where I am renting, for your information. Where I'm
Mm,
renting. I went to pick up spinach. I drove back. Police stopped me. They think I'm stealing these things. I'm like, guys, come on. It's one of those things. So the effort that you put, if I can travel that distance to and fro and do all these errands every day, you can still
at how old, by the way?
at 52.
At 52. And when I at 25, we
I
are
am
30.
with three grandchildren.
Wow.
Hey,
So, guys, what's the excuse here, guys? If Jack is doing this thing at 52, guys, what's your excuse, guys? I mean, we need to just wake up, bro. Like, we need to just, just get out there and do the things, man. We need to go out there and do the things, man. So, man, Tintin, thank you for the likes. Dave's, thank you for the likes. D, Tammy, thank you for the likes. Man, I know we had a question from Chilizi say he wanted us to expand a bit more on the vaccine situation. I don't know if you've got more or guys. Okay, feel free to request, guys, in these last minutes. Yeah, as you see, Jack is quite busy. She's on the road today.
I'm
Uh,
actually at one of the shops I'm delivering. My
oh
my
wow,
brother is offloading. I'm at
yeah.
one
Hey.
shop. That shop we went to first time in
Oh
Soweto,
wow.
Project
Oh,
Glen.
oh wow, man. You guys are busy. You guys are busy, so hey, like, yeah, you guys, yeah, like, you really show what it takes to do these things. It takes work, guys, but it's possible,
And
you
there's
know.
no person who I don't know. A lot of people were born in Joburg, especially you small young guys from 2000. But even if you were born in Joburg, we all have some place of domicile. We all come from somewhere. If you come from KZN, if you come from Pumalanga, where you come from, if there's no person who doesn't, there's a village somewhere. There's a
Mm,
village somewhere, and there is land there. And next
mm,
door, people are coming to graze your your field. And go home and make use of those things. You can remote control it. There is always someone at home, in the village, at home, who can do something, who can make use of their land. You can control it from here. Do this, do that. Go there and visit. Family cannot let you down, but it depends also. Family sometimes, yeah, do something. If you live in a complex, you cannot do. Henry is doing a pot planting of spinach.
yeah,
So yeah,
I'm doing my
so
part.
yeah, I know. I can make 5 bundles from you there. Yeah, so make use of land. There is no one who can say, I don't know really, but somehow, there's somewhere where you can use even 1 acre to put spring onion. And then you go to your local shops and say, guys, look, I've got this. To put chicken. Broiler is
Mm,
soft meat, it cooks fast. And there's also I wanted to show you. It's unfortunate, Andrew, we couldn't go to Carltonville. Carltonville, those who are from Carltonville, maybe if you are on this platform, there's a street behind the taxi rank. The whole street is about, maybe I can say 50 meters. They are selling chicken dust. Everyone is doing
Mm.
their own thing or his own thing. So I stopped there, me being me. I'm like, wow, Manini cook, and then they're telling me, where are you getting it from? They say we buy it from this butcher, and that butcher doesn't have a farm. There is never fed even one broiler. It doesn't even know how much a bag of feed is, and he's selling to these people. So if you have your broilers, and those people, they buy them at very low grammage, they buy them at between 1.2, 1.5, 1.6 kgs. They don't need to grow big. So if you offload them at the low grammage, it means you offload them at less money, but you have saved on feed that you were
Mm.
supposed to feed them to go up to 6 weeks. So there's a lot of calculation that is needed, because they'll tell you, no, we're buying Incook at 35 Rand or 40 Rand. And when I am thinking, no, Incook Samis was saying, I can sell them at 70, 80 Rand. Ne? But
Mm.
remember, if they go at 1.2 or 1.3 kg, it means you haven't fed them to full capacity for you to be able to sell them at 80 Rand. So you don't calculate, you want to keep them up to 6 weeks and sell them at 80 Rand, whereas you can sell them at 4 weeks, make money. So it means your breeding time has been reduced to 4 weeks. So it means your production can increase. You have gained 2 weeks per batch or per cycle. So the 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. So yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Mm. 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 No, so
You just
true.
go to these people. Those people will not come to you and say, I want chicken for my chicken. That's never. Go to them. Take one of the best looking chicken, dress it nicely. Go, and you see, if you go to shops, what you see on display and what you end up buying in the shop is not what you saw on display. It's not what stole your eyes and your mind. So still the people's mind. Dress your chicken nicely. Go your approach. Don't say I'm going here. There are so many people. Oh, please support the local, support the farmer. Me, I do that. It works for me.
Mm.
They will
Mm.
support you. Speak to them nice. Sometimes that's what you say. I know it's not, it's not. Please just consider me. Just try me once. And once
Wow.
cannot be once can be twice, and once can be me. Now, wherever I go, I say, try me once. And if you try me once, you have tried me forever.
Amen, man. Still their minds. I like that. All your entrepreneurs, still your
Like
clients'
you want a
minds.
baby, you want a girl, you know all those sweet things that you say.
You
Once
still a
she's
mind.
yours, you can tell her, sugar, go back. Yeah.
Try me once. Okay, guys, so single guys, there's some tips there. Still a mind. Sibuyile, how's it? How's it?
Hello, Ninjani.
Sikona wena?
Ngiyaphila nami.
Okay, now.
Yes, I already wrote the question. I needed some tips on how to make an affordable chicken coop.
But Sibuyile, before you go then. So the
When I
Mm-hmm.
would say it's you, you were laughing at me. I can see this. Don't know whether it's crying or laughing.
she was laughing
It's the
about
try me
Sibuyile, man.
once. It's the try me once.
Oh, try me once. The guy will be saying try me
Oh,
Yes.
once.
okay.
So anyway, so Sibuyile, can I ask you something? Ne? So maybe you can tell us. So
Yes.
you said you're also
Yeah.
into chicken farming.
Yes.
Okay, maybe if you tell us, like, and you also, Jack, you can also understand where you're coming from as well. In terms of your operation, where you were doing it, are you doing it now? How far you went, or and your experiences, so that Jackie can have a broader picture.
Okay. So I was interested in it for a while, but I hadn't started. I just had the idea in my head. And one of my uncles I noticed had started doing it. So I asked for information from him, and then he linked me up with the people that sold him the chickens. And I asked him to just give me guidelines to start. I realize now, in hindsight, that the guidelines that I got were not that great
So did you start?
because, firstly, uh, I started. Yes, I did start. Started this year in February. I used my savings because I'd been consulting, and then when COVID hit, the consulting gigs went down. So I used my savings to start, and I used a back room that my mom had built. So she was building a back room for people to rent. So it was not built for chickens, firstly, but because it was already built and was in the yard, she had put up the walls, but there was no roof. So she said, okay, you can just roof one room because it was a 4 bedroom. She said you can roof one room and then put a guard, burglar guard, and a window, and put the chickens in there. So we ordered the chickens. I bought. I was advised to get a cage. A cage was supposed to um, accommodate about 90. Apparently, they said. Uh, but then the cage came, and the cage was not accommodating the number that it was said to accommodate. Firstly, and looking back, I think I started with a little bit too much for the little experience, or basically none that I had.
So
So
what
I
happened
went
to?
in. So I got the chickens.
Mm,
I got the chickens. They were okay first few weeks, and then they started to get bigger.
mm,
Firstly, when we were putting them inside, they told me that you just put in five in a compartment. You just put in five, and they're all gonna fit there. While we were putting them inside, we realized that five is not fitting. So in some, we ended up putting six. So in hindsight, I already know that was a problem. Then they started
mm.
getting bigger, and they were starting to peck on each other. They were starting to stamp on each other. Okay, so I panicked. Out of panic, I took them out because they were killing each other now. I took them out and put them on the floor. And that was like the worst thing ever. It was just a disaster because from there on, I was struggling to clean for them. Like if you open the door, because I had put some of them on the floor, some of them were in the cage. And the moment I opened the door, like some of them would just fly and jump on me, almost take off my glasses at some
Shame.
point. So I started to panic. Now I'm
Mm,
like, now what am I gonna do? Because I don't have another space. It would have been easier if I had a space. Then I would have just taken half and put them in one place and take them and the rest and leave them in the cage. So from there on, I really struggled. And then winter came, the production dropped. I was still learning even then, like how to monitor the temperatures and maintain it at a temperature
Okay.
where
Were
they
they
will
broilers?
continue to lay the
Jack is
eggs.
asking were they broilers?
So like I ended up getting exhausted because now I'm like the layers.
Layers.
Oh,
So
okay,
you wanted
okay.
eggs?
Did you hear me?
Yes, you
Yes,
said
I
they were
did.
layers.
Yeah, I heard them.
Yes.
So you wanted to go into egg production.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes. So after that, um,
You can continue, Spring.
why?
Sorry?
No, I
Oh yeah.
I heard
Yes.
what you
So
said. Yeah.
I then had to now take them all out of the cage because my mom decided that now she's going to roof the entire house. And I had to now take apart the cage, which was big and it was expensive. So now I did not even put the cage back in because it was difficult to take the cage apart. And now I'm sitting with this cage. I don't know, like, I don't know if I should just sell it because now I'm thinking if it continues that she maybe has the strength now to fix the house and get people to come in as tenants. I may not have a place for them. I had 90. I've lost a few. They don't like die like in drastic numbers, but one or two.
Okay,
So
so
that's
they
the
lay,
frustration now that
so they're laying
I
the eggs finally.
started, I invested about, they are laying the eggs, but their production has dropped like since winter and this whole fiasco of me taking them out. And like I get stressed when I have to go and clean for them. Like now I have the sawdust because I took them out of the cage. So now everything is just difficult and frustrating, but I enjoyed it. I liked it, but now I need to get to the part of managing it well so that I can go back to enjoying it
No, so you see a future there.
because now it's just a frustration. Yeah, I do like them. I really actually do like them without the mess.
All right, let me leave it to Jackie now.
Okay. Zibuyile, I haven't done layers, but
Yes.
I've trained people, or I've helped people who do layers. I think I've had about 3 people that I've helped. If you had 100, so it means your cage is or was a 96 capacity. Ne? Then in the 96 capacity you put, is it 4 in one cage?
6, 5
No,
and
it's
6.
supposed, is it demarcated like that?
No, it was a mistake. I think I should have, when as time went by, I realized that it should have been 3 or 4, not 5.
Yes, it's 3 or 4. So once you squeeze them in, it becomes difficult. And also it depends what were they, silver Eileen, or were they the white ones or the brown ones?
The red.
The red, okay, that's the brown ones. Yeah, I think the first mistake was to put 5 in a cage, because the cage is designed in a way whereby if it's 3, it's normally 3 or 4. Then it's 3 heads
Mm,
popping out or 4 heads popping out, and then there is a laying space. There's not supposed to be a lot of movement there. Those things, what they have to do is just to eat and drop an egg a day. So then they drop the egg and then you pick up your eggs. I think they lay 1 egg a day, ne? For
yes.
50 for 54 weeks. 54 weeks, it's a year.
Yes.
Even them laying eggs.
Yeah, about
So I
it.
think the
Yes.
first mistake that happened is the placing of those layers. The placing of those layers was the first mistake that happened. But it's not a smash train. It's 00 PF. Just one second, GP. No, I've signed. Check. And then yeah, that was the first mistake you did. But don't worry, because I know you might worry now, because I think you paid about 100 rand per chicken. Ne?
So
Hello.
she says the total investment was 35,000.
Yeah, it could, because it costs 100 rand or 120 or 107, depends on where you are buying from, for one point of lay. But
Wow.
don't give up.
Then
If
the
you still
cage
have
is
some that are laying, what you can do is, where are you operating from? Where is your place?
she's on mute. Okay. There she go.
In KZN, Empangeni.
I was then. I mean, if you are around Joburg, I was gonna come and help you. Come and do a review and do an assessment
Mm,
and see what happens.
well, maybe if I do come to Joburg, I would make the effort to come and see you then
Yeah, Henry can
and see
give me
how
my
you do
numbers. Maybe I'll
things.
speak with you and then maybe do a video call, and then I can just give you minimal advice. Because remember, if I'm giving you advice based on what I don't know, it's very tricky. I don't
What
want
you
to.
don't even see.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
maybe
she
I
could,
can. Yeah, I can do a video call with you and then see how I can help you. But then, if you have lost some, don't worry. Get a few. Your capacity of your cage is a 96, right?
I would say
Ziboye?
80, maybe, not 96.
Okay. So you might need to replace, just
80.
buy a few, and then it's the placing that is all wrong, and they must go back to the cage. they must go back to the cage. If you don't want them in the cage, if it's difficult handling them in the cage, then it means if you put them down on the floor, I've got some pictures that I'll send you, then you might need to build some laying cages or boxes whereby they will lay from there. But because
Okay,
their job
thank
is
you.
to
I
lay eggs.
appreciate.
Their job is to eat and lay eggs. Eat and lay eggs for 1 year from the time they start
Not
laying.
move around.
Mm.
Not move
Okay,
around.
thank you.
No, awesome. But Jackie, you say you gave us your WhatsApp number the last time. What's the number there? Where people can contact you?
060
060
452
452
4182.
4182. So that's the WhatsApp number for those who want to get in contact with Jackie, set up some consultations and the likes. So yeah, Zibile, you guys can do a video call on that number.
Edwin is asking a very good question. This really, how long did it take them to lay eggs? So another thing, it's a very valid question. Sometimes you buy them and you think they are just starting to lay eggs, and maybe they've laid for for the past 3 months. So you also need to be very careful when you buy point of lay. You need to do maybe your first 3-4 days. They are not supposed to lay eggs like all of them, because they are starting to lay. Then they will
They came.
normalize.
They said they were at point of lay, and it was 18 weeks, but they only started laying after a month, and that was still like small ones, and gradually they became bigger. So I would say 2 months they started laying properly.
Yeah, so they were not laying by the time you got them. 2 months later, when you buy point of lay, they must start laying within a week. Most of them must start producing an egg a day.
Yeah, it did take about a month.
So
Okay.
now how many eggs are you producing? Are they producing?
About 80, I mean 30 a day.
Oh, what are you doing
And
with
how
them?
many are they?
How
About
many?
60.
No, you're supposed to get double the number.
60.
You're
So like
supposed to get they lay
Double
one egg
the
a
number.
day of eggs. They lay one egg a day.
Yes.
so not
Or
all of
an
them are
average
laying
of
every
one
day.
egg a day.
Yes, I can tell that some of them are not laying.
So you're getting like
And you're
one
feeding
full
them right.
crate.
Yes, I feed them a lot actually.
And the
So
water.
Every day. Every day I
All right.
give them water. Different, clean, change the water.
All right. I think we'll do a video call when I settle. There's my number. You must look for me. Me, I'm very busy. Me, I will not drop spinach and look for you. Look for me and give me problem. Give me a headache until I attend to you.
No problem.
awesome. And what are you
I'll
doing
do
with the
that.
crate you're getting every day?
Sorry?
The?
The crate. You said you're getting 30 per day. 30 eggs.
No, they're selling.
Also they're selling them, the community there.
Yes. Yes,
Oh
yes.
no. So you've got something, eh? You've got something. You just have to work on how to, you know, as you said, just to manage it right and scale it up. I think it's a good thing. It can definitely work out. So Jackie, the number is there, 060-452-4182. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much for this. Jackie, thank you very much. Zibule, thank you very much. Jackie, any last words for
Thank you,
the people
Henry.
here? You're welcome. Any last words for the people here, Jackie? Then we can
I
shut this.
always tell people that there's no reason for people to hibernate. There's no reason for people to say, month end, I'm going to get my social grant. Try to do something even beyond your pay slip. Try to do something. We are not masters of this life. Strategy can strike anytime. Remember what happened during COVID? A lot of people lost jobs. There was very little activity, little movement, but people had to survive. If you have something, that you are doing, do it, be it nails, be it clothes, be it farming. There's always something to do. I'll tell you a secret that I see every day. It's not even a secret. Mina, I visit boxer shops every day. They always have this special for bread. Those who buy in boxer, the Woolworths guys, please sit down. Those who buy in boxer shops, they always have this special on bread. Albany bread and Sasco bread, one of the two, but these days it's Sasco. It's 36 rand for 3 loaves. I'm just telling you something that you can just make clean money. 36 rand for 3 loaves, right?
Wow.
So in those shops, there's always a cooler inside with 2 or 3 trolleys. They come and buy this bread, Sasco or Albany, 36 rand for 3 loaves. And then they go and sell it for 17 or 20 rand. I got angry the other day. I forgot to buy bread for my casual workers. So I asked one guy to go and buy bread at Makula. And he brought 3 loaves, 60 rand gone for 3 loaves that I could have bought at the boxer that I was at in the morning for 36 rand. So you see, people are making money.
Mm. In the
This
boxer
I'm
stores,
telling
the
you
other day
is
saying, where's this? Boxer stores. If there's a boxer store around you, go there.
36 rand for 3 loaves. I'm not
Wow. So you
advertising
can
it's a
buy.
boxer. I'm just saying you can do something.
But even the other day we're there, Jackie. I mean, there's so many of the vendors, right, buying the spinach from Boxer at like what, 5.99 and selling
Yeah,
it
and they sell
outside.
it 10 rand.
10 rand, guys, like a clean 4 rand. They're just going inside and selling it out, guys. Guys, there's no need for you to say you can't do anything, guys. It's a lie, guys. It's a lie. And you need to know that, man. You can even employ people to do that for you if you want. But these are
Someone is
opportunities
asking
that are just there.
where is this boxer? Any boxer shop, the special is the same. The prices are controlled by one,
The head office.
I don't know, that's one person or one whatever.
Mm. Okay, Edwin is asking any advice for starters for layers. Do you recommend buy 1-day-old chick or to buy point of lay?
Broilers, you need to be. The budget for broilers is different from the budget for layers. When you're buying point of lay, you must be prepared to lose 90 to 120 rand per one point of lay. When you're starting with broilers, you must be in a position to pay 10 to 12 rand per chick. But that's not all. That's just a starting point. After the chick, you need feed, you need. So it depends. But with Amakanda, the Zbuile is doing only less than 100. And if she's picking up 30 eggs, it means she's only making one tray, which she'll sell for 50 or 60 rand. So a day. So in a week, it's about 5 times 6, ne? Or 5 times 7. 350
Yes.
rand. It's not, when you push volumes, you make more money. So she needs to increase her production. She needs to increase her production. She must be able at least to pick up. If she has maybe 300 or 400, then she can pick 300 or 400 eggs a day. And you pick those eggs. Don't wait for people to come to you. A lot of people eat quarter every single day. Go to the quarter people, drop a tray, say I'll come and collect my money later by force. You leave it there. Later they'll have sold their quarters. You go back and collect your money.
Yes, that's why I want to sort out the accommodation for them first and then work on upscaling.
Yes.
Yes.
No, awesome, guys. Zinzi, you're welcome. Hey, thank you very much, everyone who joined this live. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jackie, for your time. I know you're on the road. You slept at 2 a.m. You were up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and you're still going. So thank you very much for making your time. Goloksa, thank you for the likes. Guys, if you missed this live, we're going to post this live. It will be on the YouTube channel, right? So if you missed this live, I'm going to post it today on the YouTube channel. Yesterday, we had a very powerful session with Dinero about letting go of regrets. That video is now up on YouTube, that live. So I'm going to post the link, guys, on our WhatsApp group. If you've missed it, please join the WhatsApp group right now. The link is
Please
in
go
the
and speak
bio.
outside.
Join the WhatsApp group right now. The link is in the bio. I'm going to post it there. And I'm also going to post the video that I went to Jackie's poultry operation with these new chicks we were talking about, the ones, in a new operation now, which, she's getting ready for Christmas. The ones which are now a week, so that you can know the important things you need to do when keeping broilers for the first 21 days. So please, guys, check out that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. The link is in my link tree. Everything. Just go to my bio on my profile. There's a link tree. It gives you links. There's a Facebook group to advertise your businesses. All these things. So go there, guys. So guys, let's do this again tomorrow between 8 and 9. Tomorrow we're gonna be chatting with Lupumlo Joka. He's basically the managing director of Global Leadership Consultants out in the Eastern Cape. They do amazing things, in terms of leadership, small businesses, education sectors, the likes. So I just said, well, let me invite him. He's gonna be talking here. So you want to be part of that
Henry,
between 8 and 9. Yes, Jackie.
and all those who are selling something, it's Black
Mm-hmm.
Friday in the next week.
Yebo.
Yeah, please start advertising Black Friday, whether it's still the same price you were selling before Black Friday, because it's Black Friday. People they buy the Black Friday thing, so advertise now. Black Friday special. Put flowers on your things that you're advertising. Put nice emojis. People, at least sell something Black Friday. Because even this spinach, they are saying Black Friday special, but you see it still be sold at the same price that that you buy every day.
Even
So
if it's
make
the
use
same
of,
price.
yes, but because it's Black Friday with that black arrow thing, and it's only the advertisement that makes people buy, but the difference is advertise now. Let's make money this Black Friday.
Let's make money, guys. So, guys, much love to everyone. Much love to everyone on this live, guys. Let's keep pushing. Let's meet again tomorrow between 8 and 9. Much love to you guys. Have an awesome Jackie for president. It's so true, man. It's all psychology. So, Wheeler, thank you. Jackie, thank you, guys. Let's do this again tomorrow. Remember, our dreams are valid. Let's keep pushing. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye.